Hello, I'm Dr. Fritz Sutter. Today we're going to talk about the first in a series of videos or segments to address all the questions that I get about protein shakes. Now, in the bigger picture of things, you can't really say a protein shake is a protein shake because they use a lot of wonderful nutrients, but some of these nutrients, sometimes it's important to know what you're getting, and sometimes it's a lot more important to know what you're not getting. So let's highlight a few things of what we've chosen to use. And just to let you know, there's been an extreme amount of care and focus put into the ingredients for what we use for a lot of reasons. And we're going to highlight just a few of them. For more details, you can check out our written blog in the future. But for now, let's just start with whey. Whey, of course, it's a milk derivative, and it's the gold standard of all protein shakes. It's been used for years. It started in the bodybuilding industry, but whey is the gold standard. Now, whey is not whey. There was a very high profile whey source that was on the market that was pretty inexpensive for a lot of reasons. They found that the whey that he was providing from a certain country who will not be named had some serious contaminants in it, and he wasn't involved in a high quality process. The whey in our product actually comes from New Zealand Biosciences. It's a patented product. New Zealand has the highest industry standards for dairy quality and purity. And that's where we get our whey. And that's very, very important. Of course, New Zealand is an incredible country, about as pristine as a country can be as far as pollutants. And that's our interest there. Second aspect of things is that what we do is we include other aspects of amino acids, particularly in our product, to help balance them out and provide other important components of that to help with your health. For example, we add some glutamine to that whey. A higher source of that can do an incredible amount of things for your GI health. It promotes precursors for glutathione synthesis and helps stress. Glycine is a calming neurotransmitter, which I don't think anybody doesn't need some calming these days, but it's also important in the synthesis of collagen in your body. So if you're an athlete or you're living the life of stress, you can help calm the stress, but you can also promote your connective tissue. Now, a lot of people who are stressed out have a lot of connective tissue problems, and I don't think that's any mistake. So we've added the glycine in there to help with the collagen synthesis. Aminogen is a patented plant-derived enzyme that once it hits the stomach, it promotes a rapid digestion. So protein is not protein. So if you eat a lump of say, chicken or some other flesh food or protein source, that will actually take a lot of energy to digest. And you won't always get it all done. And it just be, 5 ounces of chicken isn't 5 ounces of protein. So what this does is it promotes the digestion of it almost immediately once it hits the stomach, and before it gets into the small intestine, where there it can be absorbed very rapidly. Lastly, it's very high in leucine. Now, leucine is an important amino acid. It's one of the branched chain amino acids. And there's such a thing called a leucine threshold that they've described in the literature that's very important in muscle protein synthesis. Now, when you're younger, you don't need as much, but there is such a thing that they call a, quote, leucine threshold, unquote, that when you get older, you need a lot more leucine to induce muscle protein synthesis in the face of exercise. So we pay very careful attention to keeping adequate levels of leucine in our product in order to serve whatever your needs are, whether you're managing the stress of life or you're working out for a very high level athletic event. Quality is a key player here, and there's millions, literally, I think, on the planet of protein sources, but we think our focus on these generates a much higher value to the end user. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and physiciannutrients.com, and thanks for listening.